Hi everyone, I'm Jane and I'm here to share an exciting launch from Squarespace. It's a new drag and drop editor that's based on a grid system and it's really quite revolutionary, and it has just launched in July, so very recently, and it is called Fluid Engine. So first off, it is not for 7.0 Squarespace websites. It's only for 7.1. So if you create a new website now, it will be with the new system called Fluid Engine. If you have an existing website, it is not a forced upgrade, but you will see icons, notifications that say, do you want to upgrade? And there is a workaround which I'll talk about. So if you're not ready to upgrade to Fluid Engine, you don't have to. So what is it? It's basically a way of moving elements and blocks around in a really free, flexible and creative way. And the other part of it is that there is also separate editing for mobile as well. So previous to this, it was Squarespace was obviously optimized for mobile devices, but it could be a little bit clunky without code. So that's not going to be needed anymore. It really is that good. So it's really exciting, but I just wanted to take you through. There is a blog post that I've done as well, and that has some further information, and there's some screenshots that you can refer to when you're looking at your own site. If you need help with this, I have two options. I can either do the work for you at an hourly rate, or I can hop on a call with you and we can do some live training, and that will kind of get you up to speed and help you feel confident about this if you are wanting to upgrade. But please watch the video through so that you know what to expect if you decide to upgrade to Fluid Engine. Okay, so first of all, here is a site, a new site, a trial site that I've just literally opened up. So, and then here I have just decided to add a couple blocks. So already it kind of looks a bit different because it's like, well, how come that's over there? And there's a big space. So first off, if you click G on your keyboard, you'll see what I mean about the grid system. The blue line is the central line, and there are 24 grids with this with Fluid Engine versus 12 with Classic Editor that you've been using, that we've all been using up to now for 7.1. So the first thing to show you is, as I said, it's a drag and drop, and you can see already that I can put it wherever, and I can go down, and there's a lot of flexibility. So if I want it right in the center, you can make sure it is by just counting how many blocks there are. So I can see the 6 either side. Then we have this here, the text. So this is another great feature. If you click on the edit button, you can actually create a background color, which is really handy. And you can take down the padding if you want to. And to get that color, to change it, you would go into your site styles and then you would change the color there in the particular theme that you're in. And then if you want to change the size of your font, you can do what you did previously and just highlight it and change it. So that is really helpful because now that enables us to do some layering. And you can see here, I can move that. So this is a button, but you see part of it is hidden. But if I click this, you can see move forward shift. That is the shift and arrow. It will come forward. And then can make it go back again, or I can bring it forward. I can even put it on here, and I can make it come forward. So that's really cool. And that has been lacking before. Now, if you want to resize something, can you see the blue outline and these squares? And this means that you can just drag elements. And I can make this one smaller. It'll still retain the size, the heading 1, but it'll just take up less space. So I'll put it how I had it. And when it has that red line, it means you can't go any further. That's the least amount that it will go. So I'm not going to be able to move that more. Okay, so let's just maybe take this out a little bit, and then we'll add a block. So instead of the spacer blocks, there aren't those anymore, as I mentioned, but you can still add the other blocks that you are familiar with. So let's go with an image block. So here we are. I'll just click plus. I'll get one from the library. I'll go with this sunflower. And this is a PNG, so I can literally hide this behind. So you can see you can get quite clever with it. So I can have that peeking out, or I can bring it forward. I'm not saying that necessarily this would be the best of designs, but you get my drift. So all I did there, I just clicked on each individual element and either brought it forward or brought it back. Sometimes you have to click twice just so that it knows that you've actually selected that particular block or element. Okay, so I'll send that back again, and I'll send this one forward. Okay, and just leave it like that. And then with the bottom, we could have that here. So when you go onto an image, you can click the edit button as we did previously, and you can go on to design, and you can see that you can fill. Let's just move this one back a minute so you can see better. Okay, so go in again. So you can see I can fit the image. I can fill, so it fills the space, and you can also have it in a shape, and you can click on the various shapes here. You can't animate individual blocks, but you can add a background for a section or a page. And incidentally, that is this is how you will get a new section. You just add section, and you can delete sections, you can duplicate sections, and then if I wanted to edit this section, I click on there, and now you can see there's some different items here. We've got the row count, so we've got a lot more extra rows there, so we can reduce that down like that, or I could have increased it here or brought it back here. Okay, and then we've got fill screen, so it brings it tight, or we've got gap. So that takes away the space and this adds space. And then there's other alterations and alignment, etc. there. There's still the height that adds extra padding, top and bottom, and large. And then another option there, a custom option. And then there's alignment as well. So that's the same as before. So if I was to add a background image to this page, I would be able to add an animation effect there, but just not with the individual blocks. Okay, so I'm just checking my notes here if there's anything that I've missed. So I've shown you how you can increase the space or decrease the space. We've gone through the bringing forward or bringing back. Okay, so now we can go on to going into the mobile version. So let's save this. And then we'll go in again. And now let's go into the mobile view. And this will save in the order that you have added the elements. So you're probably wondering where that button was, and it's under here. So this is the beauty of Fluid Engine, because you can literally drag and drop things in the way that you want them to appear. So you can just kind of move things around, and that one has gone back, but I can bring it forward and I can have that in the middle. And if I'd added some spaces here, you can see how you can alter the size of that. And you could see I could have added more space, and then you can just take away space. So it really is totally bespoke. Like, how you want this to appear is how you can get it to appear. You know, you can literally really go to town on it. So that's that for that. Now, if I made any changes to wording here or colours and things, that will translate to desktop and vice versa. So you just have to be careful of that. But otherwise, the desktop, as you can see, has stayed exactly the same. You can also select a grouping of items, which is a new thing, and I think that is really, really useful. It'll save a lot of time, that one. And then you can just click away, and then that releases the selection. So to recap, it's a brand new drag and drop editor called Fluid Engine. It's for 7.1 websites, both new and existing. If you want to upgrade, that is for the existing sites. You can layer, you can overlap, you can add backgrounds, you can and you also have the mobile view. So there's a lot that can happen with this. You have the G on to show your grids, you can add more space, you can reduce space, and you still add blocks like you did before. So that's the same. Now, if you have a 7.1 site existing, you will see it will come up in the same place here. It will say, do you want to upgrade to Fluid Engine? So if you don't want to do that and you're not ready at this point to do that, you don't have to. It's not forced. We haven't heard as Squarespace Circle members if this will happen. We're just not sure at the moment. But at the moment, no, it isn't forced. So what you could do with your existing classic editor in your 7.1, you could just duplicate a section and work around it that way. Or you could you can duplicate an existing page and then use that as a template. Because if you add a new section or you add a new page in an existing 7.1 site now, it will automatically be created in Fluid Engine. So that's the workaround. Duplicate either a section or duplicate a page and then edit as you did normally. So I think it's going to be really great. I think it's just going to take a little time to get used to all this freedom and flexibility and possibility. As I've said, if you'd like some help with this, just get in touch with me. And I'd love to know if you have had a little play. How have you found Fluid Engine so far? Are you enjoying using it? Are there any aspects you're not so keen on? I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to get in touch if you need any help. It might be an idea to create a page if you have an existing 7.1 site. Just create a page that's hidden and then just have a play about. And then if you're ready to upgrade, then go ahead, and if you're not, then at least you've had a little bit of a chance just to try it out. Okay, so I hope that's been helpful, and if you've got any questions, please get in touch. Bye for now.